Hey, happy St. Patrick's Day, the wearing of the green and those things as we look at that for the Irish. But today I want us to look at Acts chapter 21. Paul has came to Jerusalem and testimony of him being bound or the prophecies, but yet he is there. And so in verse 17 it says, when he'd come to Jerusalem, the brethren received us gladly. And on the following day, Paul went in with us to James, and all the elders were present. When he had greeted them, he told in detail those things which God had done among the Gentiles through his ministry. And when they heard it, they glorified the Lord, and they said to him, "You see, brother, how many myriads of Jews there are who have believed, and they are all zealous for the law. But they have been informed about you, that you teach all the Jews who are among the Gentiles to forsake Moses, saying that they ought not to circumcise their children, nor to walk according to the customs." And so James is saying we can't get the two together. You had freedom there, but you taught the Jews to not do that. And we have Jews here who are the legalistic Jews, the Judaizers, the ones who want to continue to keep the Old Testament and the New. And so James gives advice. He says, get four men, you shave your heads, you take the vow, and show everybody that you're still a Jew as well as a Christian. And down in verse 31 it says, now as they were seeking to kill him, that's those who were upset that this Paul was with them, who was teaching that it was okay to do away with the law of Moses. News came to the commander of the garrison that all Jerusalem was in an uproar. He immediately took soldiers and centurions and ran down to them, and when they saw the commander, the soldiers, they stopped beating Paul. So the officials are getting into it now there in Jerusalem because they see an uprising, they see something going on. So he catches him, he pulls him out of the group, and he starts to take him, and he's chained him, and he's going to take him and put him in the barracks and lock him up. In verse 7 it said, then as Paul was about to be led into the barracks, he said to the commander, "May I speak to you?" He replied, "You speak Greek? Are you not the Egyptian who some time ago stirred up a rebellion and led the 4,000 assassins out into the wilderness?" But Paul said, "I am a Jew from Tarsus in Cilicia, a citizen of no mean city, and I implore you, permit me to speak to the people." You know, Paul's heart was to share Jesus. And he has made it back to Jerusalem where God had told him he needed to go. He's met with James, the brother of Jesus, the leader of the church, and James is kind of doing the Peter thing. He's saying, you know, listen, the Jews are upset because you're telling others they don't have to be Jews to be Christian. And Paul says, you're right. And so he starts to try to do the things that are necessary, and then he gets beaten. And now he's being taken to the barracks in chains, but he still wants to share with the people. In chapter 22, if you read that, you'll see that he shares his testimony with all the people. And they listen intently because he is not only speaking in Greek to the Roman commander, but now he's speaking in Hebrew to the Jewish people. And so this day, I just encourage you, I challenge you, speak as you can speak to those who need salvation. Try to correct those who are misinformed. The Jews were trying to keep the old. Jesus said you can't take new wine and put it in the old skin because you lose both. And friends, this thing of salvation for you and I is a new thing. It's not by the law, it's not by the old way. And we even see that in life around us today. People are trying to be legalistic and try to go, you got to go by the law, but we live by grace. And because of that grace, we do live a certain way. We live a way out of love, that we honor our Savior by our lifestyles, by our words, and by our actions. And so encourage those around you to live like Jesus, to love like Jesus, and to learn more about Jesus. Pray that you have a great day. Know that you're loved this day. Know as always at Westview, we're here for you. And just have a great one. And God bless.